Fermi's Pizzadox, players are aliens, racing around the solar system, collecting pizza slices and mysterious energy to bake pizzas and research advanced pizza technology. They're preparing for the intergalactic pizza party, but they must avoid the gaze of the hungry humans, who have sent a probe throughout the solar system, are looking for extraterrestrial life, and will surely eat up all the pizza before the party. Fermi's Pizzadox is enjoyed by 2 to 5 players. It takes 20 to 45 minutes to play, depending on the number of players, and it's for ages 8+. It's simple enough to learn in 5 minutes, but it's complex enough to give even seasoned board game players satisfying strategy. It is the perfect thematic game for a casual gaming group, as well as an excellent game for families. The winner of the game is the player who has the most party points when the probe deck runs out. Players can get party points in 2 different ways. They can bake pizzas, and they can research pizza technology. To bake pizzas, players go around the board, landing on pizza slice spaces, collecting pizza slices. If players ever have 6 pizza slices and they land on a planet, they can exchange the pizza slices for a pizza card. Additionally, there are wormhole spaces that players can land on, revealing a wormhole card that gives them resources. Many of these resources are times that can be baked onto a pizza for additional points. To research pizza technology, players land on spaces collecting energy. If they have 2 energy and they land on a planet, they can exchange this energy to draw 2 tech cards, keep 1, and discard 1. These cards are both worth party points, as well as are additional actions that make the player more powerful. On a player's turn, they take 1 action from 3 choices. They can fiddle, they can play an exhausted card, they can rest, they can return exhausted cards to their hand and activate the space that they're on, or they can hide to return exhausted cards to their hand and reset the detection track. When players fiddle, they choose a card from their hand and they play an exhausted, meaning it can't be played on the next turn. So, for example, I choose to medium thrust, move 3 or 4. Players start with light thrust, move 1 or 2, medium thrust 3 or 4, or heavy thrust 5 or 6. But they can get additional actions from the tech deck when they research it with energy. I play the medium thrust. I move 1, 2, 3, 4, and I collect 1 pizza slice. On my next turn, I decide to rest, returning all exhausted cards to my hand and activating the space that I'm on, getting another pizza slice. Hide is very similar to rest, but instead of activating the space that I'm on, I reset my detection track. The detection track tracks whether or not humans have spotted you yet. Every time the human's probe passes by an alien, then the alien advances their detection track, and if it advances to spotted, the alien is forced to hide on their next turn, resetting the track and returning all their exhausted cards. Players move around the board, and every single time they pass by an alert space, they have to reveal a probe card, moving the probe around the board or teleporting it from planet to planet. On the board, players can land on slice spaces to collect pizza slices, energy spaces to collect energy. They can land on wormholes to explore the wormhole and get gifts from the worm people, or they can land on planets to bake pizzas or use energy to research advanced pizza technology. And that's Fermi's Pizzadox. It's a fast-paced game that's quick to learn. It's given strategic depth in how you choose to order your actions and move around the board, as well as a lot of replayability from the many different tech cards and the strategies that come from them. I view it as a great bridge between less experienced and more experienced board game players, where it's simple enough rules that you can very quickly jump in, but also has the depth and growth of strategy over multiple different players. Viewed as a great game for kids and their parents, great game for less experienced players and more experienced players in a game group. Also, I just think it's very amusing that the answer to Fermi's Pizzadox, why we haven't found aliens, is that they might be having a giant pizza party that we're not invited to. The game's not entirely finished. in the sense that I want to replace almost all of the text in the game on the cards with symbols to make it as accessible to kids as possible, to limit the amount of reading involved in the game. If you have any questions about the game or are interested in having a prototype, please don't hesitate to let me know. But most of all, I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for reviewing this game, spending the time learning about Fermi's Pizzadox. Have a wonderful day.